Last week on CDN Play.
I write songs sa akong spare time. Mostly, it's from my own experiences.
For today's episode, he is the only Cebuano who made it to the Bench Design Awards 2019. Si Lois, let us hear this time from Robert Andrew Hiyas. Fresh from Bench Design Awards, Robert Hiyas. How are you, Robert?
Hello, I'm doing good. Practicing
Fashion?
So
Okay.
working on another collection.
Oh, wow, great. Well, I know that a lot of you haven't probably heard of Robert yet, so let's start with the first question. Who is Robert Andrew Hiyas?
Who is Robert Andrew Hiyas? I am a Cebu-based fashion designer. When I work, I usually research first. Like this recent collection that I worked on is social cultural. So again, very research based. So I read first before I sketch.
Okay, so you are a designer, a graduate of Fine Arts from
San Carlos.
University of San Carlos. Okay, so when did you start sketching?
When did I start?
When did you first realize that you actually wanted to design?
Okay. Funny story because my design story, my origin story is not typical. I actually didn't want to become a fashion designer. It was a whim, like a decision on a whim. I went to San Carlos and to Fine Arts. I went there to take up interior design.
So you've always been into arts? Design.
Arts, yes. And then I saw that they offered fashion design. So on a whim, I just decided, okay, let's try fashion. And then when I first started with the program, the course, I didn't know how to draw at all.
Really?
I learned
But
how...
I saw your sketches, they were amazing, right?
Thank
Sige,
you.
continue. I keep on butting in. Sorry.
But yeah, I learned how to draw. I learned how to love fashion, and it loved me back. So that's my origin story.
So you were in college already?
Yes, college.
Okay, let's try to recall your first ever sketch.
My first sketch.
What was it? And
Oh, interesting.
any story
okay.
behind it?
My first sketch was inspired by because college time, right? So that was when the church in Seaside,
Pedro Calungsod?
Pedro Calungsod. It was inspired by the architecture of Pedro Calungsod, the church. So it connects with this collection with Transfigure. So yeah, that was my first sketch.
Okay. So Transfigure is your entry to Bench Design Awards,
yes,
right?
yes.
Oh, sige. So let's talk about the Bench Design Awards. Okay, let's go there na lang. I have here actually a few photos of his collection. I want you to talk about them because they're very interesting. Sige, let's start with the name. Transfigure.
Yes.
Why Transfigure?
Right. So Transfigure, actually, if you see the title, the text, it's trans/figure with F in between parentheses. So trans as in transfigure, as in Catholicism, transfiguration. Trans as in beyond. Figure as in the form, the body.
Okay.
So beyond the body, beyond the gendered
So your
body.
inspiration is actually the Roman Catholicism for this one.
Judeo-Christian tradition.
Okay.
It's the mother of
Okay.
Catholicism. So, so in this collection, I actually am interrogating in the context of fashion design, the gender performativity of the Judeo-Christian tradition. So, gender, as we all know it, is a social construct, and it is also performance. So in performance, what's important is the performer and the audience, diba? So, but what does the performer use, like parang tools niya, to perform, to express, diba? Diba costume? So in this collection, parang, cause like, for example, you're a woman, right? So you dress up as a woman, you wear skirts, you wear parang ganun, diba? So it implies na you are a woman. Performativity. So for this collection, I am interrogating that. So parang, if you can see in my collection, there's like like the mitre of the Pope.
Mm-hmm.
I made a female model wear it.
Okay. Sige, sige.
Okay, we'll
Ano
get
na
there.
lang. So we would understand it better because I'm starting to get lost. Okay, let's talk about your collection.
Okay.
The clothes themselves. Here, let's start with this one.
Yes.
Okay, can you explain to us
Okay, so this is the
what that
first
is
block
exactly?
of Transfigure. So for the show, okay, so I'll talk about the silhouette first. So the silhouette is inspired by, because I grew up in Danao, and in Danao there are a lot of processions. So I remember very vividly na I look up to like you know, you're still a little kid, I look up and I see like the Madonnas in procession.
Images.
So the silhouette is inspired by the conical shape
Alright.
of the Madonna.
By the way, we're talking about his collection because he's the only Cebuano who got into Bench Design Awards this year. Okay, sige, let's continue.
Right, so the surface design for this look is I made it myself. It's a combination of ears of wheat and the cross. So if you can see, like napura mo siya og cross.
Oh, yeah.
But ears of wheat is significant of like the body of Christ, diba? So there, and then also like piece that together, mo siya tiles. So if you look closely, we sewed it together piece by piece to emulate tiles of the church.
Now this one looks very interesting. This one. Go. What's
Okay.
this?
So this look is like we jokingly call it the "Forgive Me, Father, for I have sinned" look.
Because it actually looks like the confessional
Yes,
booth.
yes. Okay, so the mask is made out of polymer clay, and the chest.
So it's not heavy.
It's not at all. It's so lightweight. The front piece is embroidered metallic thread. So we wanted to emulate the like again childhood memory. Yung parang during my first confession, I was looking for the priest behind the screen. Where's the priest here? So here we wanted to emulate that, and here also, if you look closely again the details. This is Husi fabric, and it's Taiwan Husi. Silk screened with the same pattern, but yes, actually the same pattern, pero I tweaked it a bit.
Okay, you mentioned earlier that you also have this woman wearing
The
like
mitre.
the and it actually looks very interesting. So let's talk about
Thank
that.
you. So this one is this is actually a two-piece garment. So the crosses are hand embroidered, and this is a vest. So these are different variations of the cross. So crucifix, and then this one is supposed to depict the wings of an angel, and the inner is an exaggerated sotan. So 33 buttons, significant of Jesus' age when he died on the cross, and then we also have a corset beneath. So the mitre here is hand embroidered as well. It is.
You made it yourself.
We made it ourselves. So all the hand embroidery I made myself.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah. So the mitre is also parang to relate to the finale because this is look 7. So same pattern ang mitre and the finale.
Okay, next one. This one. This has a different color compared to others, no?
Yes.
Red siya.
Yes. So the sacred colors are black, white, and red. So this one, because initially I wanted to make an all-white collection, pero I decided to make it red because I was inspired by a quote I read from my literature na the man who painted himself red for us. So the finale is that.
So that was your finale.
This is the finale. So it signifies the blood of Jesus. And the pattern here is hand embroidered also. So this is from Orthodoxy. So for them, the fruit of sin is not an apple. It's the pomegranate. So parang split open pomegranate, it's what is depicted in this pattern. So parang I did that.
Your collection is definitely heavy on research, no?
Metaphors. Like that's also very like in Catholicism, a lot of metaphors like holy water, prayer beads. Oh, also, and I would just like to go back to this. During the show, I really pushed for this in Manila because like I wanted to transform the stage into the church. So what happened was, if you can see, like, the model is bringing a bag, diba? So inside the bag, there's dry ice. So before the model went out, we poured hot water para mag-smoke siya. Supposed to depict the parang the incense. So, diba, like during the opening of the mass, na
Holy
incense,
smoke.
right? So that's what I wanted to happen for the show. So, like, it was really for 4 months. Like, I want transformative,
Oh, how I wish
transfigure.
I saw that show, no?
Yeah.
I can just imagine how magnificent the show was.
And also, like, the music was like, I had it done choirs. So, parang choirs of angels. Yeah. So, I
You
told...
had a choir for your collection?
No, just for the mix. So, parang
Okay.
it's a copy lang. Parang, what I told the mixer to do, the producer to do was, I wanted the audience to feel na it's the coming of the Lord. So parang, like, it was very holy, like the feel of the music.
San Carlos must be very proud of you now, no?
Hopefully.
But your professors have reached out to you already.
Yes, they
That's great.
congratulated me.
Ah, okay. And the last one, actually, as much as I want to like just talk about this, holding this, he actually brought the berry dress. So may I have the dress, please? You mentioned that your collection is heavy on details. Sige, let's see if we can see that. Thank you, Anu.
Can I get that?
And the other one. Okay, so you did this? The
Yes,
beading?
hand embellished.
Oh, we should have asked Aimee to wear this. I think this would fit her. Can I do that?
So for this look, okay, I'll talk about...
Sige.
Should I talk about...
Go ahead. Talk about your dress.
Alright, so for this look, we made a corset. So this might na siya hip pads. Because again, like beyond the figure, right? So the corset, and then this is a collar inspired by the habit. So the nuns. So it's detachable and also
okay. Yes.
also hand embellished. And for this, for this is a head wrap actually.
Yes.
So it's inspired by like the Pope does. What do you call it? But yeah, like the head wrap for the Pope, inspired by that. This one, the detail on this dress is, if you can see, this is a monogram actually of my logo. So
okay.
this is my logo.
Oh, here's the logo. And the entire dress is covered with his phonogram.
Also the cuff is covered. Yes. So I'll just like to talk briefly about the logo. The logo is actually also, like the central figure for the logo is also the cross. So if you can see it.
Yes.
Right? Diba? So Catholicism is really like a big part in my practice. Because I was talking to the artist for the logo. He asked me for a central symbol. So like I was thinking about that and I thought of the cross, the crucifix. Because like in the same way that Jesus saved us by dying on the cross, I am saving my soul through expressing it through my clothes. So
There you go.
yeah. So.
Amazing. Your collection is actually amazing.
Oh, and also like the fabric, if you can see, it's see-through. It's Taiwan Husi. Yeah, because I wanted to showcase the body. It's informed by the artistic disposition of Michelangelo.
It must be very expensive coming up with your collection, right?
Actually, it was because of the labor, the beads, the materials.
That you needed. Also the textile, the fabric that you used. How long did you finish
the whole
coming
thing?
up with?
From the beginning, it took me 3 months to work on the whole collection. But production 1 month. Because
that was fast.
Yeah, because like 2 months for like the coming up, the conceptualizing. A month because of the deadline. Like I had to rush it for bench because we had a deadline because we had.
That's really fast. 1 month for all these amazing clothes.
So no sleeve. Like I hired help also from my classmates before to help me with this collection. So all of the embroidery we did by ourselves, but like the sewing all outsourced because we couldn't do it anymore. The corset we made by ourselves. All the corsets in the collection.
Robert, congratulations for getting into Bench Design Awards. So, after that, what's next for you?
What's next? I am currently working on another collection. Again, it's really just like working on my portfolio to make it as competitive as I can make it. And again, like, so right now I'm still doing the research process, and hopefully, like, by the end of the year, we can release kind of collection, maybe next year. So depends lang with the, like, with the time. Because this time I don't have a deadline, so I might, like, it's open. So like, liquid ako ang schedule, like, go rush.
Do you also have your own fashion goddess, fashion icon?
Fashion icon, I would say, Rei Kawakubo, Alexander McQueen, of course. These designers that I mentioned, they don't do, of course, because like fashion, the nature of it is utilitarian. You wear it, so you have to sell it. Like, someone has to wear it. But like Rei Kawakubo, if you look at her works, she's a Japanese fashion designer. It's very artistic. Also with Alexander McQueen, his practice actually informs my practice also. Like, parang his shows are very, it's spectacle. So that's what I wanted to do with Bench also.
If there's one designer you would want to work with, your dream, who would that be?
Dead or alive?
Pwede dead.
Alexander McQueen.
Oh, okay.
Definitely. Alive, probably Rei Kawakubo or Iris Van Herpen.
I should have seen that coming before you been talking about them. Okay. Sige, so let's do this. This is actually like a fast talk.
Okay.
Sure.
So
you just tell me what.
Very
I'll ask you
quickly.
to choose. Sige. Heels or flats?
Heels.
Are you wearing heels?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Pants or skirt?
Skirt.
Okay. We should ask this anyway. Cebu or Manila?
Cebu.
Michael Cinco or Monique Willier?
Michael Cinco.
Out of this world or comfort zone?
Out of this world.
Oh, okay. Sige. So Robert, again, congratulations. And thank you so much for gracing the show. Your creations are amazing, and we hope to see you flourish in your chosen career. And someday, of course, we also hope to see your collections in the international scene. Huh? Robert, would you like to say anything to our viewers or to your followers? Message to them and to those who are into designing also.
Okay. Hi everyone. I would just like to thank my parents, especially the people who have supported me throughout my design journey, to my friends, to all of the words of encouragement when I was on my lowest. I wanted to give up because, again, like the production. Thank you so much for always being there and for always listening to me rant about the concept and listening and being very engaging about it. To Sir Benchan for doing this, for doing Bench Design Awards as a platform for young designers to be exposed to the national scene, and to God especially for giving me this talent, this gift, and for allowing me to express myself through my garments. And I think that would be it.
Thank you very much also to Lois for watching our show. Please don't forget to share this video using our official hashtags CDN Digital and CDN Play. This has been Priya Padilla. See you next time.